So you've always wanted to train or weight train. You want to build a little bit of muscle and drop a little bit of fat, but you just don't really know where to get started. I'm Christine Enville, educator, creator, and world champion athlete, bodybuilder, and I'm here to give you a few hints around how to get started. So I started once upon a time, long time ago, and the best way to start is by doing an all-body 3-day a week circuit. So start off, commit to 3 days a week, not 3 days in a row, so every second day, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever works for you. But make sure you do leave that 1 day break between each workout, because you are working your entire body, so you need to give that day's rest. That's the difference between weight training and cardio. Cardio you can do every single day, but weight training you need to give your muscle that rest to be able to recover and then be ready to work again the next day. So 3-day a week program, whole body program. So the best way to do that is to look up exercises for each body part. Now, identifying that we have essentially chest and back. So that's like our whole front upper body and our whole back of our body. Now, the back is a massive muscle group, or made up of multiple different muscles, but we work it as one muscle group. We then have our delts or shoulders, obviously here, biceps and triceps, which makes up the arms. Some people lump them together, but they are two very opposing muscle groups and treated separately, totally different exercises. We obviously have our core or stomach, and then we have our quads and our hamstrings and our calves. So when we have to work that all out, because I kind of break mine into 6 parts, because I don't do calves. But essentially, some people do legs together. Again, I treat legs, quads, we also have glutes. So there's quite a number of body parts. So you need to identify, to start off with, just one exercise for each of those body parts. Now, there's heaps of resources online, or you maybe get a trainer or something. But, if you want to look it up for yourself, really easy to find out. The gym that you've chosen to go to, the machinery a lot of the time has the name of whatever body part it is, or you can, look at what you've got and figure out. But you just need to choose one exercise per body part. And I would recommend that you then go with like an upper lower kind of a sequence. So you don't necessarily do an exercise for your chest, an exercise for your back, an exercise for your delts, one after the other. You would do a circuit. So you might do an exercise for your chest, exercise for your quads, exercise for your back, exercise for your hamstrings, exercise for your delt, exercise for your calf, exercise for your bicep, exercise for your glute, exercise for your tricep. So mix it up, top and bottom, so you're not necessarily working all the same muscle groups. Because bear in mind that when you do work your shoulders, you're potentially bringing in some tricep as well. If you're doing your back, believe it or not, you do actually work a lot of tricep on the control or negative part of the movement. So just, if you're totally fresh to this, you're going to fatigue quite easily. So the first thing that I would do would be start off with setting up a circuit so that you're doing those exercises in that sequence. And for the first 3 days, that first week, just do it once. Just, you're going to be very sore, because remember, this is all new to you. As far as what weight to use, that may take a little bit of playing around on your first go, but you're aiming for somewhere between 10 and 15 repetitions. So not less than 10, and you really don't need to overdo it and do more than about 15. You are just getting fit and you are just starting out. So just keep it really simple. If you happen to choose the wrong weight and you fatigue and you only get 6, drop the weight down, probably half of what you've picked, and then finish out that 10 to 15 rep set. So that's my advice on, getting fit and getting started. As you go along and you go into week 2, try to do the circuit twice. If you're feeling great, do it 3 times. But the idea is that you don't need to go hell for leather and, get straight into it like that. Like, really remember that your muscles are not used to this. And it does take a lot of fitness, and it takes a lot of, there's a lot of, muscle fitness and also the actual technique, the controlling of the weight. You're not just dropping it down, like you're doing, a controlled movement that might take you 1 or 2 seconds to get it up, and also 2 or 3 seconds to lower it down. So you're not doing like fast, speedy, jerky movements. You're doing nice, controlled, steady movements, and you also have to learn your breathing with that. And don't actually put me on the spot here and say in or out, because I probably do it opposite to everybody else. And to be honest, as long as you're breathing one way when you're going one way and one way when you're going the other, It's whatever feels comfortable for you, because I'm told all the time I breathe wrong and I'm like, well, I'm sorry. So just making sure that you do keep breathing, but you're breathing, one in one way and out the other way. Very, very simple. Anyway, do that for about 8 weeks until you feel some kind of fitness. If you feel like the weights are getting too light during that time, don't be afraid to put them up. But I think the key things there are the whole body, alternating upper and lower body every second day, just one exercise per body part in a circuit. Start off with one and then do that circuit around about 3 times. Number of reps around that 10 to 15 mark, and the speed of the repetitions, I would say, is controlled. There is no, again, right or wrong way, but going like this is not good for weight training. You want to be more like a kind of a controlled up and a controlled down, and control your breathing as you go along with that. So hopefully that's helpful for people who are really just stepping into the gym for the first time. As I said, the exercise that you choose really doesn't matter as long as it's for that correct muscle group. Ideally, you might start off with more machinery than free weights, because free weights, if you're new to weights, can take a little bit of control, and especially if you're doing dumbbells and you don't realize how uneven your strength is. Trust me, it is. So you might struggle with doing, movements which aren't connected, and even a barbell. But so many gyms have a lot of machines, and they're a really, really great place to start if you're not used to controlling weight, because so many stabilizer muscles come in and they're not fit, obviously, because you haven't weight trained before. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful. If it is, any questions, comments, drop them below, and I'm happy to respond.